So recently I spent $500 on YouTube ads in an experiment to see how much you can grow your YouTube channel, Twitch channel, or in this case an entire Discord server if you were to advertise it on YouTube ads. We all know that paid advertising is not a very reasonable plan for long-term growth of your social media, but in the short term I just wanted to know how cheap and effective I could make these ads. And I also got a free $150 YouTube ad credit, so I couldn't resist doing this. Warning, this video is a behind the scenes to my main video, which you should definitely go watch first if you don't want any spoilers, and then come back to this one so you understand the full story. So after the experiment finished, I ended up with an extra 1,173 new members in my Discord server and a total click of 1,544 clicks on the actual YouTube ad itself. Although we only gained 1,000 or so new members from the 500 Australian dollars I spent, the constant testing of new ads in each campaign actually got the price so cheap on the final ad that we could gain 1,000 new members for every $100 rather than every $500, a difference of 80%. In other words, for every $1 you spent, you would get 10 new members. Now, this is all in Australian dollars too, so presumably if you spent $100 US, you would actually get 1,300 members, an extra 300 members. My cheapest ad was actually so efficient that it became one of the cheapest ads that you could make on YouTube ads. But how did I achieve these results? Well, we'll start by looking into the results of the YouTube ads. These are the results of all the individual ad campaigns I ran over the course of spending the $500. A campaign is what you first click to make an ad, and it determines your ad goal and what type of YouTube ads you can make, as there are multiple different types of YouTube ads, such as discovery ads, display ads, banner ads, and much more. I'm actually using the other discovery ads to promote my other YouTube ads results video that's on my channel, and if you'd like to see the results of that ad campaign, it'll be available to anyone who signs up to any tier of my Patreon for the month of May and any month after that. Anyway, the ad we ran for the $500 was a video ad, otherwise known as a skippable in-stream ad, which are the skippable videos that you usually see on a YouTube video. The campaign also determines your budget, date, what countries you show the ad to. For me, that was the big 5 English-speaking countries: America, England, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, and how explicit of a video you are willing to show your ads on. The campaigns then hold your ad groups, which is where you target your audience in even more detail. The first ads we ran had the keyword of Discord, so if a video has Discord mentioned in its title, description, tags, or just talks about Discord in its channel, then our ad will most likely show there. Topics is what type of YouTube video my ad will show on, so it could be a beauty video that mentions Discord, or it could be a finance video, or a car video, anything that mentions Discord. I chose the topics of video games and online communities. It also allows you to choose your audience, which is where you can show your ads to people who have specific interests and searches. I chose gamers and my own custom-made audience, which basically shows my ad to people who have searched any of these terms. Lastly, we had placements, which allows us to choose exactly which YouTuber and their videos we wanted to show the ads on. I didn't do this for the first ad, but on an ad I made later on, I targeted my ad on a couple different Discord YouTubers. The first ad done, I ran it on 3 different days and spent $17 overall. 1,634 people saw the first second of the ad, and 521 people actually watched more than 30 seconds or clicked on the ad. And out of those views, only 21 people clicked on the ad, which gave us a cost per click of 83 cents. The cost per click is the most important metric to focus on if we want to understand if the ads are worth the money, as this shows how much it costs to have one person click onto my ad. If we make the cost per click cheaper, it means that I will gain more members by spending less money. I decided to find some articles on what the average cost per click price is for most advertisers, so I could see if my ad is doing better or worse than the average, and 80 cents was okay, as the cheapest average cost per click in all industries seems to be 0.44 USD for the travel and hospitality industry. So mine's at 80 cents, and I'd like to get it all the way down below 44 cents. I moved on to making campaign number 3, where I spent my first $150 in 2 days, so I could gain the free credit promotion just before it expired. For the 3 new ads, I made the first one exactly the same as the previous ad, one that I changed the targeting to a slightly younger demographic, and one where I chose to show my ad on some Discord YouTubers channels. These were Quackity, Isaac Y, Custom Name, Soundroute, and Mr. Beast Gaming. Mr. Beast Gaming is a little bit of the odd one out, but he does use Discord for his audience's challenges, so I figured I might give it a try. Although I had the budget equally shared for all 3 ads, YouTube only showed 90 cents worth of the placements ad, so I assume that's because choosing channels greatly reduces the number of viewers I can have my ads shown on, and therefore other advertisers can outbid me for a spot on their video. And well, out of the 70 impressions, no one clicked the ad. But to satisfy your curiosity, here are the placement results after spending the entire $500 on the ad campaigns. The most effective channel I advertised on was Soundroute, where I spent $8 and got 53 new members, for a cost per click of 15 Australian cents, which is actually really good. The rest it spent barely any money on and got minimal clicks. In total, the $150 got us 12,356 impressions. Out of that, we got 4,366 views, and out of that, we got 144 clicks, which isn't great, but as you may notice, the cost per click was actually more expensive than the previous ad. The first issue I ran into making the ads was the amount of times my ads were automatically disapproved for things that weren't even in the video, whether that be cryptocurrency, adult content, or in this case, disapproved for a problem with the Discord link invite, which forced me to create an entire website, which I could then lead people from the ads to the website, and then they had to click on a link on the website to get to my Discord server. From my website, only around 104 of the 144 people who clicked on my YouTube ad then clicked to join the Discord server from my website. Of course, another thing that happened was my normal YouTube analytics were completely ruined by the YouTube ads analytics, which it totally outweighed the normal views my channel got, which was about 30 views an hour, and as you can see, it turned my hourly views all the way from 30 up to 433 views per hour. So it's a little hard to see what was happening with my normal YouTube analytics. So for the rest of the $500, I moved on to making new ads, trialing and testing a whole bunch of different mixtures of ages, locations, interests, and all those different things. There's too much to go through all the tests, but I did find a few surprising things. My most effective ad so far was this ad in campaign number 3, where I changed the audience from gamers and custom audience to people who actively search Discord or used apps similar to Discord. It was such a good ad that I decided to look into what was making it so good. I noticed that England was my second biggest viewership, but it cost almost half the price that America did. So I decided to make a clone of this ad, but just target England and no other country. You may be wondering why I didn't use Australia, as that is actually the cheapest country to advertise on, but the audience seems so small that it might actually have the same issues as my YouTube ads placement ad and have no one to show the ad actually to. Similarly, people who saw the ad on computers were less expensive than mobile users by almost half the price. So I made another clone of the ad, but targeted just people who will see the ad on computers. Lastly, I decided to make the best of both worlds and make another clone ad and combine the targeting of both computer users and people from England in one entirely separate ad. As a word of warning, if you decide to run YouTube ads yourself, make sure to turn off TV screen targeting. It is terrible. As you can see here, I spent $10 on ads for TV screens and got 0 clicks, which was so much worse than every other device I targeted on. Another interesting result from the ads is that majority of my ads actually played on the YouTube channel Wildcat. I'm sure a lot of you have seen his channel, he's part of the Vanos group, but his channel doesn't really show Discord content at all. So I'm unsure exactly why it showed up on his channel so much, but either way, that is where YouTube decided to spend majority of my YouTube ads. We also spent $13 on Quackity's channel, which actually gave us the best returns at 13 cents cost per click and a 5% click-through rate, which makes a lot of sense as a lot of his videos are based around Discord. With that being said, I can make a pretty good guess that most of my new Discord members are males aged between 18 and 24 who live in England or America and mostly use mobile and also like to watch Wildcat. So after spending the entire $500 on the ads, the best ad I had was the one called Ad After 150, number 3, Audience, Discord, and Discord app. At just 10 cents cost per click, it meant that for every dollar I spent, I could get 10 new members onto my Discord server. When comparing that most effective ad, if we look at my Just Computers ad campaign, where I'm targeting also just the young demographic, we can see that it was close at 11 cents cost per click, but not better than the original ad. If we look at the Just England ad, where I'm also targeting just the young demographic, it was also actually less efficient than my original ad at 16 cents cost per click. And finally, the Computers and England targeting ad that was mixed together was actually the worst out of them all at 26 cents cost per click. Overall, 50,000 people saw the first 5 seconds of my YouTube ad. 17,000 people clicked or watched over 30 seconds of the ad, and out of that, 1,500 people clicked on the ad. And out of that, the average cost per click was 32 cents. Of course, like I said before, our final ad was actually more efficient than this at 10 cents cost per click, and on the last week, we were gaining over 100 members per day. But with all this spending, what was the long-term results after spending the money on these ads? Well, my YouTube channel did seem to enter a new level of consistent views after the ad, but it's hard to say whether that's due to new people still watching my channel after they discovered my channel from my ads, or whether it's from some of my new videos, which are naturally going more viral than they did before. I would say it's most likely just because my channel is naturally growing, because if we look on the 28th, when I got the giant spike in views, I only gained 10 more subscribers than usual. Although the spike in subscribers on the 13th of February is a little harder to explain, as the views were slightly less, but I got 33 subscribers on that one single day. As for my Discord server, I still retained most of my members, although many have left the server, and the server is no more active than it used to be before the ads, which is the complete opposite to the growth that my YouTube channel received. This is mostly due to my lack of time and effort in making the server active, and it goes to show you that you also need to have an already active and strong foundation of your platform, whether it be your YouTube channel or Discord server, before you try to grow it with paid ads. Like I said at the start, paid advertising is not a long-term strategy to grow your social media, whatever platform that may be, and I would need to sell something to make a profit of at least $100 for every 1,000 people I brought to the server just to break even on what I spent on the ads. However, if you're a small creator, a few tens or hundreds of dollars could bring a huge spike in new traffic to your platform, which, if done creatively and with a plan, could earn you thousands of new members to your community, which then could lead to faster natural growth by having a boost in a new number of consistent viewers to your channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my Patreon if you want to see the bonus video. It would mean a lot if you also consider subscribing, and feel free to check out any of the videos on screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Cheers.